Thank you so much. Hello, Sidney, Nicole, and hello, Ken. Thank you for talking about this incredible film. It's really cool. I'm kind of thrown off because in my ADHD mind, it was number one, then number two. So let's jump into it. Do you want me to call you Sidney or Sidney Nicole?
You can call me Sidney.
Okay. You play the part of Patricia. She's this hippie, free spirit videographer, vaping girl. You know, you're just super cool. And Ken, George is not as cool. I'm sorry. We're going to get that out of the way straight up. But it's kind of cool to me in the film Lumina. She starts, like I said, she's super cool. She's free spirited, but you end up kind of becoming like caretaker after the event, shall we say? You know, you're making sure that people eat. You're making sure that they get rest. You know, how did that? Like, how did you approach that bit of a twist to where you're supposed to be a fun party girl and now you're the mother of the household?
Right, absolutely. For me, naturally, in my own nature, I am that caretaker. So that part was easy. I just tapped into how I normally am. The other side, the free-spirited side, I would like to say that Patricia is your inner thoughts just out. All those things that you may think that you should not say, Patricia says it and she does it. So any of those impulsive thoughts definitely come out with her. So I got to play my alter ego and then just play who I naturally am.
Right. Patricia is unfiltered Sidney. I love it.
Yes.
But you can still see your fire, specifically when George, the character of George, played by Ken Lawson, shows up. George, I want to say that you're like conspiracy enabler in the film. So I wanted to ask, like, what conspiracy belief, open-mindedness did you bring to the film, or did you take away?
Well, I learned a lot by being on the film. But I've always had that thought of, aliens. I've always had thoughts of everything that goes on from, the 911, situation. So it kind of just fit right in. I kind of just took it and ran with it. So it was fun. It was fun.
And how did you get into acting?
I'm sorry you cut out.
How did you get into acting?
Um, I started acting when I was in high school, just doing theater. Also was a dancer. So from there I just kept pushing. Uh, went into some acting classes and went into college and took some theater there also. So it was, you know, just learning about the game of acting and especially about the entertainment side of it. So it's quite different.
Absolutely. And the film, I think, like kind of a background in this dress right wackadoo, kind of. So was that like a challenge for you, or did you love it?
I loved it. I totally embraced it. I totally embraced it. I mean, Gino, he made this character stand out with the way that he moves. So he gave me a little bit of freedom and I ran with it. I ran with it.
I Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Jim. I have a couple beats with him about the film. Not the least of which is the character of Delilah, enchanting. She's lovely, but Sidney, why would Patricia call her back after you finally got her out of the house?
Listen, I think that's a Gino question for sure. But
It was crazy. It was crazy to me because the whole like thorn in Tatiana's side was kind of that she was there, and Patricia being the cool like vibe person, like, hey, whatever, come on, come over here, but also kind of like manipulating Delilah away from Tatiana and Alex. So, like Sidney, your character was doing all the work. She was like everywhere. What is it? Everything, everywhere, all at once. That was Patricia.
Absolutely. That's a great way to describe it. 1000%. And maybe it just goes back to, again, just pulling any strings that she has, trying to get Alex back to himself. And maybe in that desperate attempt, that's why we call Delilah. You know, if anyone is going to bring him back to sanity, potentially it'll be her, because clearly George George is only adding fuel to the fire here, you know?
Absolutely.
That's what I was there for.
You succeeded.
Also, George, I like more than just like not even a comedic foil. He's more of, he's not like the distraction. It's not, that's not his purpose in the film. He is actually trying to help in his way. In his way. So
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think we're all
absolutely.
trying.
I mean, you know, he gave me a call. Yeah, I just, you know, the fact that he was all
I think we're losing George.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. We'll just talk about him while he's gone.
But yeah, what I was saying was, I think that we're all trying to help, right? George is trying to help with all of the knowledge that he has acquired. Alex obviously is doing his deep dive into it. And then I'm trying to help Delilah. She might have ulterior motives, but you know, we're all trying to come together, help Alex, and ultimately find Tatiana.
Absolutely. I don't know how much of what we talk about could be spoilerish, but we'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. But you're right. I mean, everybody seems to like, what is it called? Circle the wagons around Alex. And I kind of feel like it was his fault in the first place, not to put too much blame on, you know, Alex, but it's like, boy, it was your idea to have the big party. It was your idea to invite your ex. It's like,
Yeah, but I don't know. When it comes to that alien abduction, he had no parts in that.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
right.
He didn't call the aliens. He didn't.
Speed
He
that.
just set the stage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did want to ask, where was it filmed, the house and everything? That was super cool.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was filmed in Morocco, in Marrakesh. Yeah.
Oh, lucky, lucky, lucky ducks. That's freaking. How did you know about that? Because just the settings and like the locations and the set design, so many like cool moments of the film. Aside from y'all's great performance, it was just like the house, the path that you know she's running on is like the desert. It's like everything was so much thought out. Just freaking cool. So I know we don't have much more time. So quickly, Sidney, what do you have coming up next? And can people follow you on social media?
Yes, absolutely. People can follow me on social media. Everything that I have on social media is the same. It's Sidney Nicole Rogers, SIDNEY, Nicole Rogers, ROGERS. And anything upcoming will be posted on there.
Ready. And you can.
Yes, on Instagram, Twitter, it's IAM KenL. Right now, I'm working on a film with Chris Stokes called Stepmother 2. So yeah, we're looking for that in the future. Yeah,
Right. Are you going to bring a little bit of George to this Stepmother too?
absolutely not.
About July. You guys going to have a premiere, like a red carpet, or have you
Oh,
already?
This Friday is the Los Angeles, ooh, my voice, is the Los Angeles premiere. And then on July 10th is the New York premiere.
Fancy
Yeah.
chance.
Mhm.
You guys, thank you so much. And Sally, I know we're on our time, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.